Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. That's so unique opportunity to be here in this special day for both the program and for myself. Because exactly the same day, 3 years ago, I arrived to Israel with my wife and 2 very little children. And it was the result of very long efforts that started in St. Petersburg in Russia, where I lived, and I worked as a top manager in an industrial company. I was doing my PhD in AI during evenings and sometimes nights, and it's been for 6 years. And in the end, I was recognized as Innovator of the Year of St. Petersburg, and I decided, that's it. Now we are ready to join Eretz Israel, to join the startup nation. And this second day, the next day after arrival, exactly 3 years ago, right? I joined the new Novel Center for Innovations in Brain Science with a mission to bridge the gap between academy and industry. And the Sagol School of Neuroscience at Tel Aviv University is really outstanding establishment, one of the largest in Europe. Nevertheless, we have 1 billion people who suffer from brain disorders, and we have so little to help them. And I have a vision that neuroscience has a potential to transform many aspects of our lives in future, not only to help those who need that, but to revolutionize the way we behave in daily life. But the gap between academy and industry is huge. Even though we have a lot of advanced technologies in the labs, we cannot really bring them to the market, even here in the startup nation. And I always was thinking about what is required, what we're missing to do that, to transfer that. And the main question I got in this program is, in order to bridge this gap, you need to dive deep. You need to root your big vision and dreams in solid marketing and business analysis, right? You have to be prepared. And very often I felt that professors in the program were speaking directly to me, because they were answering and discussing with me questions that I was in right now, at the moment. That's how I felt in founder decision making while negotiating with my founders. That's how I learned about optimal patent strategy and many other aspects of building the venture while being inside the program. And generally speaking, I reflect my journey in the program, which is still ongoing, as a metamorphose. I found myself as this person, right, with a nice technology, but without market and without any proven need in what I'm doing, right? And I would love to arrive to the point when I'll be like this. Not only knowing that I'm in the right waters, but also ready to fight for my market share and for my mission and my survival. And I'd like to share briefly about my mission, what I'm really passionate about. It is empower natural capabilities of humans to perform movements better. Because, you know, all these outstanding athletes, but Leo Messi, right, he is not faster, smarter, taller. He's of the same height as me, the same exactly. But how come he is so much better than me? And the answer is because he is more efficient of controlling his movements and in a split of a second faster and wiser in that. But that means that we can build a solution to train our brain to perform at the top level. And in addition to unlock that information for all coaches, sports directors, directors of sports accelerators, to understand the profiles of athletes all around the world, to bring this brain data into the picture. And indeed, we developed a solution that reads the brain, the signals of the brain, and in real time, using AI technology, decode individual capabilities of a person, imagining a movement, and then the avatar is executing the same movement as imagined. And it allows you not only to say, wow, that's cute that computer reads my mind, but what is much more important is that computer reads how you did, how you imagined that. Why we care about imagination? Because while imagining, you activate exactly the same regions of the brain and exactly of the same pattern that doing the real movement. That's why training and enhancing that activations of the brain, you can enhance your capabilities in the field. And it works because it is based on well-known principles of brain plasticity and biofeedback. And what is our impact here is that we are using AI, we unlocked that ability to train the brain in real time. Because in history, we always had that capability to like see what's going on in the brain, but not in real time and not personalized in a personalized manner. It's important to mention that our technology, we applied that first in clinics, and we got that first clinical results for rehabilitation after traumatic brain injuries. And this is how our brain patterns look like if we can like plot them in one graph. And this part is the healthy hemisphere. And it is when this hemisphere tries to control a limb that is this part of the brain is in charge. And this is specific activations for control of a specific limb. But after traumatic brain injury, we don't have any specific activations on the affected hemisphere. That's why we are incapable of moving. And what we are doing, and within just weeks of training, we are bringing this lack of activation to this specific activation that looks like more and more like healthy. This is the essence of what we're doing. We're bringing impaired brain function to norm and norm to excellence, right? We were invited to 500 Startups Accelerator in the Silicon Valley as one of the most promising technologies, and they helped us also to focus on the go-to-market strategy. We developed the product and we piloted that in several professional soccer clubs in Europe. And now we are about to finalize our fundraising and to partner with the probably leading accelerators in the field to grow further to more professional clubs and to different sports. And just to remind you statistics. Those are results of recent big pilots that we've got from Russian champion Zenit. And we measured players in the field in their ability to kick free kicks. We measured accuracy, power, and quality of the kicks, real ones, not our gaming, but real ones. And before and after, just 1.5 months after, using our training in addition to training in the field, this subgroup increased more than 30%, and that increase was absolutely significant. It seems that it might be because they are professionals and they train with all that passion to be at the top level, right? But we're unlocking that for most of people by doing that software as a service, right? Because we are hardware agnostic, and our mission is to allow a lot of people to use that remotely, just accessing our technology. To wrap up, our vision is that we use power of imagination to help people to perform better. And this is very important that we don't use any drugs, right? And we think also that we're at the beginning of the very big change of how we think about wellness. Because not only the body has to be trained, our mind has to be trained as well. Being quite deep in sports, we understand that the thing might be very big and revolutionary, and we'd be happy to have your feedback, to talk to you, either you're athlete, coach, investor. We are here to connect to you. We believe that we are the family. If you just want to experience how to control avatar with your mind, also talk to me. And the most importantly, thank you very much to Sofaer Global MBA family. And happy birthday.